Oh, oh, I see.
Alright, started. Well, I guess I'll start trying on Minecraft and see how it goes.
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Leave from your phone. Shall do that. Shall do that.
Manage your channel directly from your phone. Yeah.
I guess I'll change it from Sims to Minecraft for now. Man is choosing to be a little frustrating.
That's usually how it be.
There we go. Minecraft. Nobody else is on the server right now, at least. So,
Yes.
boot from hello play. I was thinking of playing music, but I don't know what to play, and I feel like that might mess with audio enough.
I mean, I got to work just done. I just opened YouTube on another tab. I looked at Team CA music and played whatever came up.
But I have hearing you. I don't know if that's a good idea. I have trouble hearing. I'm also anyone who's watching this face every time I try to but it doesn't. Shall keep attempting here.
4 star.
I'm just chilling. Can't see it. Oh, we can watch the sun. Kinda wishing I would. Oh, there we go. Let's try this. I also have an
Not
obnoxiously
running. I'm not running.
what? What did you say? I don't know how to fix this.
How's that going for you?
Not well.
I sure hope you didn't press that mute key.
Press the what? Hope I didn't press the what? Hmm. All right. Real interesting stuff, I know. Hello to whoever is here. Don't worry. This doesn't work in the next few minutes. We're gonna go back over to The Sims. But I'm really curious to see how Grand Theft Auto is gonna work. You can hear me, right? Ah. Can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. Stream can hear me. Hello?
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that no, I can't hear you.
There you are. So you're talking? Can't hear me? Oh boy. Let's try this again. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So what are we gonna do today, Ferb?
Yeah, well, usually what I do, but it is mm, so I guess that depends on you, dog.
Um, there we go. I just got you a bunch of dirt.
Yeah. Yay.
You're a little lucky. Um, I'm thinking work on getting blackstone for my roof, but the nether might not be a good idea. Connection.
How much Blackstone do you need?
I need?
Yeah.
Question. It is probably 5, 6. Maybe more. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think I had
I
about
have
2.
50. I have 50. 50. I think this is also.
Every little bit helps. Phew. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Nether's gonna be fun trying to get back to my base. I wonder
Yes.
if it would be
This is
easier if I
to
could
run.
borrow some of your iron and just go mining. And that way I only have to go in the
Yeah.
nether once and I don't have to go in twice, you know.
Yes.
Mind if I do that?
Also, hey, I can also join you as I've got a diamond pickaxe. Not the bag or anything.
I could make a diamond
Yeah, I'm
pickaxe.
super rich now.
I could make a diamond pickaxe, but see any weapons. Because I'm just gonna lose the diamonds I have anyway.
Well, it's quite a pessimistic way of thinking.
Wait, what was that?
That is quite a pessimistic way of thinking.
You're the one who goes to the raid farms with no tools or anything because you know you're gonna die.
and I always die.
Yes. I guess I will make a diamond pick. Might as well. It'll only make
Carpe diem.
to convert this iron. It's becoming night time. How unfortunate, how unfortunate.
This looks very bright to me.
Oh, I think I was just looking out of your stained windows. Also, I came here with 2.5 stacks of torches last time. I now have 39, and I know it's because I was just spamming them and you were taking off.
Yes. Well, granted, you also gave me a.
Well, yeah, but somehow I have lost a stack in the of my own. I'm not. Well, we did go mining for a little bit. I forgot about that.
That is true.
Maybe I sacrificed a few to the lava.
A few.
Few. No. Well, actually, the lava did burn a couple, but not bad. The lava burnt me a couple times.
Hmm.
I'm so surprised I did not die yesterday. Oh,
You
I'm in the
came
nether.
very close.
Okay, so to get blackstone, we need to go back to the castle. And what did we learn about voids?
We don't need to go back to the castle.
To mine blackstone,
Oh, wait,
you know.
no, yeah. I thought you meant like you were calling the fortress the castle.
Oh, no. I meant the castle, the blackstone cap. Is it blackstone? What is this? No, this is it's blackstone and deeps. I didn't jump through any voids this time. Be proud of me.
I should be, but also it shouldn't be.
But also, you'd think it's common sense. So there is. Oh, okay, up here. Where are you at right now?
I'm still at my house. I think it would be both safest and the most efficient and most plentiful. There usually is a ton of blackstone in some of the mines where people go for ancient debris.
Oh yeah, I know there's a lot in like that middle part where there's always ghasts when you're coming down the stairs.
Yeah,
Because if you go, I was mining quartz in here. There's a place that leads to a basin that has a bunch of blackstone too. I was thinking about going in there
interesting.
because it's relatively safe. I mean, as safe as it can be. Torch down. You can kind of see where I went. Still skeletons. Why? Why, Miss Newton? Of more simply. Really don't have. Oh, I forgot that fighting with lag is not great. Oh, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're good. It's fine. Good. Why am I still getting hurt? Where did you come from? I'm about to die. Oh, no, I'm good. Okay. They're literally just appearing out of nowhere. Delete it. So, how was the rest of your day yesterday?
I went to bed,
Okay, that's a
and
plus.
I did not fall asleep as quickly as I would have liked.
Sorry.
No, pretty unfortunate. Little son.
I finished my homework at about 12:30, and then I was able to. And then actually no, I didn't. I read for a couple hours and then went to bed. Monday nights are my weekend.
To you. I'm gonna come to the nether now.
Once you'll see where my torch is, and then you go down the stairs and up the like incline when you get into that little cavern. You'll see what I'm.
Okay.
A lot in here. Hard to see what I'm doing. This up.
So did you go all the way down?
All the way down the like initial stair. Okay, are you talking about the staircase from the nether roof?
I'm talking about the deep slate staircase.
No. You go about halfway down and
You
you know
stop
there's that big cavern. You go
where
in
all the
there.
gas,
Hmm?
where all the gas are,
Yes.
usually, even
Yes.
when they're not supposed to.
And then you'll see a torch.
There's a lot of food.
Here, I can come direct.
Nice. See your name.
Yeah, just come this way. Down to come back up. Oh, yep. I made this. Well, I found it, killed everything in it, and then mined all the quartz out of it. That's what I mean. I think a little like in cranny base would look really cool. And this is where I'm mining right now.
Yeah.
Thank you for the help, by the way.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't have much anything much to do. I don't have anything much better to do.
You could always raid Stepbro's pace. No.
No, I could become a criminal.
We know he has a stack of ancient debris right now.
Hmm.
Next time you see him, somehow
I
find a
know
way.
that completely against my will.
You know what?
I know all of that completely against my will.
Yeah. Next time you kill him or you see him, just kill him and claim it was because you wanted the ancient debris, even though you knew he didn't have any on him.
It's like no origin story.
There are worse origin stories. At least your parents didn't have to die. For you to get where you are, at least.
There's still time.
But if you're already a villain before your parents die, that's not part of your origin story. That's part of your. What would that be considered? You're past the early life stage. You're in the
The reason that
career.
I'm funny.
What?
The reasons that I'm funny.
Oh, I was gonna say you're in the career
Trauma.
section of your Wikipedia now, so
Can't wait to have a Wikipedia article about.
born a normal duck. Everyone was very surprised when they started wearing hoodies and carrying around pickaxes.
I'm getting absolutely murked by stuff.
A character named Stepbro created. All of a sudden, the world turned dark.
War percent.
Four elements lived in harmony, but one day something fact. Test
The four
2D2.
elements is me, you, Stepbro, and
Cryptid.
honestly, I don't know. He's got a lot of people on his side.
Yeah, Cotillion and Stepbro are on the same side. I think Pink
I'm gonna go
Hats.
ahead and say Cryptid.
Yeah, Pink Hats and Cryptid's pretty neutral. Pink Hats is on our side.
Yeah. So, yeah. The four elements is me, you, Stepbro.
I love how even though we're on the same side, we are not the same element.
Yeah. I mean, we got some differences, dog.
You.
One or two.
Our faces are made of very similar materials, though. Just completely different styles.
What similar materials are we using?
Blackstone. And you not have any deep slate in yours? I have
And I do actually. And it's deep slate,
6.
stone, blackstone, and
Oh, it was just 222.
222.
222 on 222, 222, 22. Sorry, my roommate sent me a selfie of her talking about 222 Inception. Oh, I just fell.
I'm just worried that I won't be able to figure out how to get out.
I can follow the torches.
You know, you think it's that simple, but it's not.
There's only one way out.
No, I can
I
many
still,
ways. No.
I still have
Oh,
my
this
ladder
is
on.
what just happened to my hole.
What?
I meant to say soul.
You know.
I meant to say what happened to my soul, but I didn't.
No, you did not.
That was a mistake on my part. I take full responsibility.
Ooh, that's lava. Don't worry, it's farther down though. I'm just gonna shift and see. Okay. Oh, there's more quartz there. Hey, heads up. That is lava. Don't go down there. I just mined the block I played.
I'm gonna trust you near lava.
I'm not near it. It's still like 10 blocks away.
That is not enough.
Ew. If you look at the captions, it says magma block or magma cube squishes.
I'm gonna squish you. You
Don't
get
like that.
squished.
I don't like that. I don't have a
Mm,
better word to describe it, but also no. Just don't use that one. Which is
it's accurate. I mean, it does squish.
yeah, it's a good description. I just don't like it.
He compresses. I mean, because he is wet, but not in the right way.
Not in any sense of the word I appreciate. Like a normal slime?
Oh my god, I've fallen.
What?
I said, oh my god, I've fallen.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I thought you fell down into that little lava pit like area right there.
No, I'm done with you.
Yeah, those blocks were placed by me for you to not fall. Us to not fall, because I'm more likely to. What do you think about?
Today. Hey, I found the mega cube. They are right, he is squishing.
Is compressing.
And that is a squishy boy.
So today's the 22nd, right?
Yes.
I wish Wednesdays weren't so busy for me because the new Sims pack comes out tomorrow. I would like to be able to just don't foresee that happening. A test on
On Thursday.
Thursday. Also, I'm probably not gonna need all of this for the roof, so whatever I don't use, it's definitely going to receive to finish your second base, or second part of your base.
Yes.
I smell pennies.
I smell bunnies. What?
I fell right into that hole you fell in earlier.
Like trying to get back up and fall even further.
Yeah. Um, what just happened to my soul?
My soul's gone? It's gone.
Here, I'm just gonna do this because we've mined everything down there. And now can mine above us without losing blocks.
Oh, there's some over here too. But there's also lava.
Oh no. Someone's gonna come in here and just be like, what happened to you?
That's kind of the entirety of the tunnels. It is all just destroyed.
Yes. I still find it funny. Every time I see gold, I think about like, oh, Otter needs that. And you're actually like good on gold now. Isn't it weird to have everything we kind of need?
Well, I still do use gold, so I make golden carrots.
Yeah, but you have quite a bit. There's a gold farm on the server. Have you ever been taken to that?
Oh,
Actually, I think you went by it once. It's at the end of the railroad tracks in the Nether.
I don't think I've ever been to the end of the track. I haven't been to the end either, but
Yeah, me neither. But that's where the gold farm is. I can take you to that at some point. And one of these times we'll have to go on a server-wide hunt for the
The Guardian Farm,
Young Guardian Farm, or try to make our own.
which we could do, but I don't have the most faith in us.
But it would be right next to my base, and that'd be really nice.
You
Especially
know,
since, well, I don't know. I'll probably end up building something underwater just because I live right off the ocean, but I don't have any plans for it right now.
you know, could make your own sunken ship.
Could. We could make a ship in a bottle. What season was that
That's true.
of
That's true.
Hermitcraft that Green
By
was in?
season
6?
6, yeah.
Because it was when, well, it was when he had that big mega circle base.
Um,
Yeah, because
yeah, I think that's season 6.
yeah, because 7 was the well, it was the giant tree, and Green had that castle or the mansion in season 7.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Season
yeah.
8 was the Diagon Alley.
Season 9 is coming soon.
Yeah, I think it got postponed though. I just saw something on it. I don't know. I didn't look at the date. I think it was supposed to come out. She'll see.
I'm fine with it being postponed. I mean, it gives Star more time to heal.
Yeah. I'm fine with being postponed if they come up with creative ideas, because it got boring. Well, season 8 was a
I personally, I want another war.
yes. Season 8 was very peaceful and rushed. Like everybody was nobody felt like they wanted to
Yeah.
stay in that world. They got bored quickly.
Well, the world also started falling.
Well, that was to create excitement.
Playing.
I'm excited to see what they do with like being in space, whatever. I think it'll be an interesting plot line to see everybody going along with it.
Oh my god. Star Wars. It will literally be Star Wars.
Neat.
They have to fight now.
I wonder if it's gonna be like a mission to the moon or Journey to the Moon, Mission to Mars, like the creators used to did all those years ago. Stampy and
And Squid.
Ash and yeah. Oh my gosh. I've been wanting to rewatch those or play the mod pack. I think it'd be so cool just to relive that.
how much do you? How much did you think you were gonna need?
I mean like 6 stacks, I think. I'm just going. Like I said,
Yeah.
anything we mine now end up using later, so
Let's say because I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stacks.
I'm at 1, 2. I'm at 12 and a bit.
So much.
Let me go to lucky number 13 and I'm good.
Rule number 3, my lord.
It's not a phase, Mom.
Can't wait till I hit my stretch phase.
Can't wait till what?
To hit my Shrek phase.
Oh, I see. Alright, I'm done.
I hear it, Jack.
Oh, me too. Oh, I'm gonna go grab a napkin.
Okay. That just didn't really line up very well with what. Never mind. Why is NASA posting a live chat?
They didn't give me a straw. I have to keep picking up my cup to drink out of it,
Out of
and
it?
you know how clumsy I am.
No.
So it's not going. What?
I agree with you.
Oh, I thought you said Petra, please. Go sit down, please. Hey, buddy. Hi. Hi, beautiful boy. Oh, Petra. Please. Hi. Okay. Oh, thank you. Dog attack. Thank you. Lay down.
And I mean, here we obviously have more if we need it. So
Yeah. Petra. Stop. Stop. See? One way out. Lay down.
one way down.
There are two ways down, so.
Yeah.
Petro. Stop. Get back. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. You look so jaded. Why? I'm not stepbro. Walk through the fire again, why don't you?
Maybe I will. I did that so I couldn't. I didn't have to run on the sausage. Like, still have to run on the sausage.
But you still walked through the fire.
I didn't mean to.
Can you hear him crunching his bone?
No.
Good. See if there's any Endermen I can make. I also need to redo or remake my armor again. Oh, it's raining. Oh, uh-oh. I'll be back.
Is that doing you in?
Still here. Okay. I was falling, so it's not letting me eat, so I don't know if I'm actually still in the world or not.
I haven't left yet.
Oh, there I go.
Now you've left.
There I go. And I'm falling.
I'll be honest with you. Whoop,
Whoop.
whoop, 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 whoop,
Whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Gee. Oh, fuck. No.
You good?
Yeah.
That snapping sound was my
Kind of
hair
face it,
snapping.
but
So how's the weather?
it's got a lot more
Good, good.
and that really concerns me.
I'm just gonna set my
Someone who
spawn.
cares about the environment.
Hit what?
I care about the environment, and this makes me think of global warming.
Ah, I see. My forest has grown back at least.
Yay! And your vines are growing.
Yes. When Stepbro or when you left, Stepbro had messaged like on here in chat asking if I wanted quartz. I of course was like, "Oh no, I'm good, thank you though. I'm good for now." And then just left. And I wasn't even it took me a while to respond, I'm guessing. You can take some of that gold too. I'm not using it.
Oh,
If you have any bones,
eat,
I will
eat.
appreciate them at some point because I am going to have to dye my glass. Actually, I can show you what it's going to look like. This is the semi-finished design.
Get my bow.
And this one will look even better over here because it has the vines.
I'm not very good at.
What?
I
Ignore me.
wouldn't know how to do it, but it does feel very like flat. It
Yes,
looks really cool, really pretty.
I am planning on adding stairs and stuff around the windows.
Mm-hmm.
It would
Yes.
probably, wow, it still looks very farmhousey because of the dirt. So I think it's getting farther and farther away from barn as we go. You know,
Yeah,
better
we're
fix.
getting there.
Also, I think it'll look better when the door is in and stuff, and it's less. So it's gonna be like this. Oh, the rain stopped. It might have like an. I just duplicated. Oh no, it's gone again. Okay, that was weird. Maybe like end rods in between them or something, like
Mm.
trapdoors, something to make it like shuttered. Like the stairs under it. Good job. I don't know. It's a working design. I'll work, or I'll figure it out. But for now, on to placing the roof.
You could also make some like bushes or hedges or something.
Ooh, like flower boxes. That's that fits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very fancy.
Yeah. And I'm gonna play around with it, and there's no like saying that the windows have to be exactly the same. Like one can have flower boxes and one can have like some design around it. I don't know. Is quartz? Chiseled quartz might look good in some of the places too. Sorry. I might use that on the interior a little bit. My brain, okay, I don't know how to explain this other than it just combined the words discount and viscount, and I thought of the word viscount. And I don't think viscount is an actual thing.
Me
But
when I me when Viv count.
there just go. This is probably insufferable to watch. All of the way. Where did that stair just go? Okay. I don't know.
Are you making them brick stairs?
Yes.
Would have been nice. Not in an antagonistic way, but I
Yeah,
had some hope.
it's good. I got what you. Also, I have no idea how I'm planning on doing the edges or like where it meets the tower. So I'm kind of just leaving it blank there for now, you know?
Yeah, I can see the blank spot. Oh, okay.
I have a feeling that that's going to cause me more trouble than I'm expecting at the moment.
Oh man,
Oh, sorry.
I almost landed on the bed. The stupid dirt bar blocked me.
It does get in the way a lot. I will tell you. I will give you that.
Oh, what? I placed this chest here myself.
Hmm?
Kept opening the wrong chest.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Really not a good doing this. Like this particular. I'm just gonna cheat.
Oh man. Oh man.
What? Oh, it
I'm
doesn't.
currently being attacked.
It doesn't work. That's a problem. You alright? Oh, I see.
I couldn't leave my crafting menu fast enough.
Uh-oh. It's not. It's not working. I'm about to die. I'm going to die. He's dead. Half a heart. Quite literally. Also, sad news, you cannot climb
I
up
prevail.
vines. Did you have to use a totem? Is that why you're.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
because I couldn't get out of my crafting menu.
I think I have some totems you might
Not
have to
too
make a.
buffed by it.
Hmm?
Not too bothered by it.
I think the one that I'm using right now I borrowed or I got from you.
Oh yeah, it's because I took one from you.
To do that? We might have to make a run to the raid farm. Every time. Every time. Every time.
No, I have plenty at my base. I just
Mm,
don't keep multiple on me at a time.
I do because when I die. Um, I do because when I die once, I usually die multiple times. We're not going to talk about what just happened.
Not
Also, my diamond pick is almost completely gone.
mine.
Thought you can do that was weird. Are you having fun yet? Are you not entertained?
You feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
What's weird is that I've literally put myself in a role where I am trying to become entertainment when that's just always been my job. My self appointed job is to try to make others laugh. And I'm like, here, random people on the internet that stumble upon me. You have no choice.
Tumblr has become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Become a. Oh, the very thing you swore to destroy. Is that what you said?
Yep.
What I thought. Good literary well, good reference. That's not literary reference.
Literary, classic English literature.
Yeah. That was Shakespeare, right? Chauncey?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, classic.
this will be interesting to try and because I'm gonna have to take some of this out to try to put windows and stuff up here. Because this, like where the top of the dirt is gonna be half slabs, and it'll be interesting. Just realized that you have the hard job because there's no dirt structure there. Here, right here. You're gonna need it for the top layer. So, do I have any dirt? That is the question. I do. And for anybody, oh my gosh, for anybody who's concerned at the moment, don't worry. This is not going to be a big empty room. It is going to have Victorian. It's not shell.
Oh, you could have built it based off of Lizzie Borden's house.
Ooh. Well, Lizzie Borden's house was really small. That was like one of the arguments, wasn't it? Is because
You'd be able to hear it because of how small the house is.
yeah. But I could do like different like the living room, one of the living rooms would be based off of that. Have like an armor stand sitting on the couch with redstone
Dead.
around everywhere around it. Borden. What if I did a ghost hunting, quote unquote, spirit hunting themed house? So part of it is like the what is it? I can't think of the name. Winchester House,
Mm-hmm.
like with staircases going nowhere and stuff, and part of it is like different rooms based off of different stories. I have one room that just has a jukebox that plays jazz. Are there any jazz discs?
Other places, but in New Orleans, the Axeman,
Yeah, that's what I was basing it off of. I
uh,
have
quote unquote, you
vast
better jazz it.
I have vastly made way too many stairs. All right. So this is also going to be stairs. And then the rest is going to be half slabs. Hold on. This uh actually, yeah, I kind of like that. I was thinking like the one below like level with the dirt, but I think I actually kind of like it above the dirt. That would give the attic more space too. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, boss.
smarter than I am. Ladder on me. I knew this ladder would come in handy.
I mean, you need. Okay.
I can't nerd pile.
Woo!
It's a party. But I don't know how I'm gonna do the corners. Because if I do this, it's gonna. This needs.
Why would I want to?
Yes, maybe that would work. You expect me to have this? You don't. I expect
I
me
don't personally.
to have this all completely planned out and perfect. Brain. No. Capable. It's becoming night. I meant to do that. Anyway, how's your family doing? I know you guys
We're
talking
so
about
great.
they're so great. Everybody?
And all of us, we're all mentally stable. Everyone's doing so great. I don't know.
Speaking of great, when is your sister's wedding? Can't remember when that was.
It's definitely sometime this year.
Hmm. Good, good.
I definitely
You know when
will.
you don't want to like say it online for fear of
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I wouldn't want to
privacy.
get
Yeah.
privacy years.
That torch is floating. Aw. Shot. Be good.
Why I oughta.
You can break the bottom ladder if you need, by the way.
Yeah. I just wish you could keep stairs turned.
Yes. I think I know what you mean. Like where if you move it doesn't.
Yeah, because like you know how when you put a stair on either side and it's weird, it like morphs, so it's like a stair to both sides.
Mm-hmm.
But when you break the stair, it goes back to its
Stair physics are weird.
stairs. Stairs are too.
Stairs are weird. They're weirdo. They don't fit in. They don't
How do
want
you
to
think they
fit
wear
in.
that hat?
Huh?
They don't fit in, and they don't want to fit in. Why do you think they wear that hat?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what was it something I said yesterday we should talk about, but I forgot what it was now, and it was, ooh, almost just died. Um,
Turkey,
I think it was book reviews, is what I brought up, or something.
yeah, book talk.
One of the things. Yeah. So, what would, what's your top book recommendation of all time?
Well, my favorite book ever is The Young Elites.
Yes, yes, I can. Very good.
Um, one of my favorite series. A lot of my favorite series are like fantasy, young adult books, like The Young Elite, Carve the Mark, um, with no little Whitney, The Black Witch. Uh, let's see, The Last Magician in Carson, which is a single book. Children of Blood and Bone, an
Mm.
amazing series. My laptop's at 24%.
Oh no.
Yeah. I love Six of Crows. There's a book like that. Oh, Throne of Glass. Very good.
I'm blanking on this, and I know it's probably a crime. What was the second book in the Young Elite series?
There's the Yellow, there's the Rose Society, and there's
That's what
actually maybe um it's look it up.
problem. Right. This is gonna have to be a half
Yeah,
slab.
the Rose Society is the sequel, but what is the third one? It's
I feel like it's
oh, it's something about the stars or
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it's something
Midnight Star.
stars. Yep, that's what it is. I knew it was something star.
Oh, wait. Knowing how it ends. Oh,
Yeah. Okay, but controversial most underrated character or most overrated character. It's been so long since I've read that. That's been literally 6 years.
I'm gonna be honest. I really like Maggiano. He's like the trademark
Rise.
morally gray kind of character.
Yes.
Um, I love Enzo.
Enzo and
Um,
Zuko would have
but
been good friends.
I think not my favorite character, but underrated would be Raphael.
Was Raphael
Also
underrated
Gemma.
though?
Oh, I love Gemma. Sorry, continue.
um, trying to think. I don't think I did this roof very well. Um, now that I'm thinking about it, the Eternals, that Marvel movie, kind of
Yeah.
has a very similar plot to Young Elites.
Yeah.
Have you seen Eternals? Can't remember.
Nope.
Okay.
But no character ever beats my Violetta.
Oh,
Violetta. She's so sweet. But she's like, go. Oh my god. Isabella is Violetta.
Isabella,
Not like,
your boyfriend's here. Yes, I
yeah.
see what you mean.
Not like otherwise, but like trademark. Not trademark.
Yes. Okay, but
Never
does that
does
make
any wrong.
Adelina like a mix of. Well, she's not Mirabelle, so that would make her.
Well, Mirabel's the disappointment of the family. Not really the disappointment of the family. The
So,
disappointment.
Gemma. Also, I think we've discussed this before. Maggiano and Magnus Bane are the same person, right? Like,
They are the same person.
we've considered that canon at this point. Hey, would you mind putting a half slab at here on all four of these little tips and at the top,
I
please?
am not a half. I jumped down with you. But then I also realized that my charger isn't working and my computer is at 21%.
It's still not working?
Nope.
Um,
So I have to troubleshoot with my mother more about this. Granted, not a lot more, so my chances are very high.
It didn't work with your phone.
I
I'm
was
trying to think.
thinking I would switch over to Discord within my phone.
Okay, you
Uh,
said you're out of half slabs, right?
yes,
Okay, I'll craft 'em. I have a lot of
I don't
stairs.
exactly know how to do this, so I will.
I only need.
I don't know how to think. I don't know.
Figured it out. Back, don't worry. Anyway,
Can you hear me?
yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Ew. Ew. Well, wrong.
Hello?
Uh,
It's fine. It's fine.
Is it fine?
It's fine. How's the stream looking? I haven't checked on it in a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Sorry. I just um I opened Twitch and someone that I follow that's part of the NoPixel server,
Okay.
um her thumbnail is her as a rat. I think she's role playing as a rat.
Um, okay. That that's an interesting one.
Okay, follow-up problem.
What's your follow-up problem?
Well, because I can hear me twice and I can hear you twice. What can I mute? Um, I can't do it independently because it's,
On mobile. Yep.
I'll just do it. As long as you don't hear me twice.
I don't. But it's you don't have to have it open. I was just gonna check on it. I haven't looked at it in a little bit. Wow, I've already been
Well, I
lagging.
was gonna watch it from my.
Oh yeah. You still have your iPad, don't you?
Yeah, but it's not.
Okay. What why is it always raining here?
Now this is like messing with my head because like there's enough of a gap between me speaking and me hearing me, and now I really get to hear what I sound like.
Well, now I've had to deal with this a lot. I hear myself speaking a lot on
Me
Discord.
speak?
No, like I hear myself speaking a lot on Discord and it's really frustrating. But also, there's a form of torture that is hearing
Oh
your
yeah.
own voice come back at you, but I can't remember what it's called right
Discord apparently.
now. Now you get to see how stupid building looks from my perspective. Because I don't have a mouse.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, we were talking about young elites and how Maggiano and Magnus are the same person. Quick question. Do Maggiano and Raphael actually end up getting together? I can't remember.
And Raphael?
I can't remember, but for some reason my brain is like thinking that.
No.
I that's I think I'm literally
Spoilers alert. It was revealed that Raphael had feelings for Enzo. I
right,
mean,
right.
it could also just have been bro love.
Um, like I said, I have been not. It's been 6 years since I've read this, and since then I got into the Mortal Instruments, where Magnus is literally a father figure to Raphael in that. So I don't remember the details between the differences between those two relationships.
He's a daddy. I just hearing it back to me.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at what I just did.
No.
It happens more often than I'd like to admit.
I don't know why hearing it so far after is just funny to me.
It's
You think
just
I could like mute the Discord call but still and just respond to everything you say really late?
can. I can't guarantee it's gonna be very fun. Oh, I can tell you're muted now. That's cool. It shows that you're muted. Deafened. Also, can you type something in chat? I want to see how that looks.
Maybe.
What?
Um I'm still
We're muted. You're not anymore.
yeah, I didn't mean to mute. You can only deafen if you're muted.
Weird.
Yeah, pretty unfair. Trying not to just post this cupcake without breaking the sound barrier. Yeah, that's not what I meant.
I'm sorry that your laptop is not working. That's. I still don't know
Yeah, I don't know
what
what's going
could
on with it,
be.
man.
Still don't know what could be going.
It is what it is. I'll
Like
try out later.
also weirdly, I don't know why. If it was the crackling of like you whatever you were just doing, or me thinking about like technology, but all of a sudden I just got taken back to when we went with my mom to that one doctor's appointment and walked around the town for a little bit. I think it was Middlebury or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to that ice cream shop.
Yeah,
That was a fun day. But now I'm an adult and I have to
I
plan to go
enjoyed
to
it.
the thing. We're gonna have to come up with plans for when I'm back. Do.
A strip club.
Hmm? What did you say?
A strip club.
Oh, yeah. Lion's Den.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told by reputable sources that it's not as fun as it.
Reputable sources.
Yes.
It's just working clothes. The real fun's at Spencer's with those graphic tees that are also in windows.
I think that's just every graphic tee I own.
They're all in windows.
Yes. This is my
Smooth, way to go.
shut up.
Hmm. At
Listen, it's
least the
lagging really
delay
badly.
does actually match up. So
Lagging?
people can actually respond to things in real time rather than.
Oh, yeah. The rain is really messing with me. Like I can't you see how slow I'm moving?
Yeah. You should be able to sleep soon, though.
Hmm?
You should be able to sleep soon.
Yeah. I should make a clock. I just can't believe that in a few minutes this is going to be an enclosed space. Only took a week and a half.
I don't want it to end.
Oh, it's not over.
You're gonna need a lot more torches than that.
Actually, it's as long as it's a light level above 0, they don't spawn. Should be okay.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, they changed the lighting with the latest.
Yeah, but I just didn't think it was that.
Hmm. Not 7 anymore. 0.
Hmm.
Actually, pretty convenient.
Interesting. Because I sometimes I really just don't like the way that lighting looks. Like the torches and stuff, are just kind of ugly depending on the build.
Hmm. But now redstone torches
So
should
that
stop mobs spawning,
hmm,
which is great and all, unless you have a mob farm. That was on purpose. Unless you have a mob farm that was built with redstone torches installed so that you could still see what was going on, and now it doesn't work. Like I have in my
yeah,
survival challenge. So I have to redo all of that. But I am planning on rebuilding that
yeah.
giant.
Looking at you moving, it is very awkward and stuttery because of the mouth.
Well, that and the lag. Like it's just I'm this is me moving smooth. There, now
The
it's
sun is going down, coming up. It's nap time.
also. Did you see my body jump?
Yeah, it's like a flailing corpse. It was like when people talk about at their funeral putting their corpse in the bouncy house.
Yes. Also, opinion on funeral strippers.
Festive.
Someday, I hope someone will watch Dexter so I can actually talk about it with them. There's so many things that I want to talk about regarding that. And Hana. Nobody I know had watched Hana either. Actually, I think Lucas has started both of those but hasn't finished them. So, he and I have super similar tastes in media other than music. And
Naked women.
yeah. Hey, we have the same type, okay? It's not our fault. We literally do, though. It's a problem.
Yeah, so if he doesn't want to date someone anymore, you can just date them.
I tried, but
It's called recycling.
she ended up not being a good girlfriend to him, so I wasn't gonna do that. But also,
Hmm.
Freud would have so much fun. So you like everybody your brother dates. What do you mean? Well, that's your type. Well, that's the only women I've grew up around. That and my mother.
Don't say that to Freud. Do not say that to Freud.
So, fight me. Fight me like a man.
Conveniently,
I don't know why I do this
he is attempting
exclusively.
to fight you like a man.
Exclusively do that when I'm lagging, but he placed his dirt block before he died. He didn't drop anything either. Also,
But you got the fun of killing him.
I feel like we've discussed this, but never on a stream. You know how Enderman eyes are purple,
Yeah.
but Ender pearls,
When you drop
blue,
them, they're well, because they're dead.
but it,
So I guess that implies that their blood, like the blood vessels in their eyes, cause them to be purple.
I don't, I don't know though, because I don't know.
I'm sorry, I don't know enough about Enderman lore.
It's
I should have
nothing.
read the books.
Watch the game theory on it. There's a lot of game theories on it.
Yeah.
I've seen all of them. I haven't seen the last
How?
couple on Minecraft though. What?
That's all. I actually didn't know there was game theory on them.
Yes, there's game theory on all of Minecraft.
Everything.
In fact, I believe the latest.
I'm actually just now finishing the Walton Files series.
Nice. We can discuss that. But the
What
latest
when you actually, well, not currently, but currently,
the latest theory on Minecraft done was, oh, that looks so stupid.
it kind of looks, it's giving me ice cream.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Also, I don't know what to do here. But
um,
the latest theory was on netherite and if it came from aliens. So
oh,
that's what this is what it ignore the dirt. This is just like inside.
it's
I'm,
hard to ignore the dirt. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I have no idea what I'm gonna build the second floor out of.
I mean, you just need more blocks, right? Why wouldn't it be the same as the first floor?
Well, would it look good to have the floor and ceiling the same block though? Is the main question.
Well, I mean, I mean, you could double layer it so there's the ceiling of the first floor and then the floor of the second floor.
I didn't plan for that, and with the quartz separating the floors, I don't think that would look very good. I don't know. It's
Hmm.
gonna be a trial and error, I guess. Process. Oh, that's
If only you could combine half slabs of different types.
yes. Also, I think there was supposed to be a block there.
I love watching you mine dirt with your diamond pickaxe.
I told you I didn't need one. I have been playing Minecraft for 10 years. I know what I'm doing.
You literally just found out you're missing a block.
No, I knew I was. I just didn't pay any attention to it because it wasn't my concern at the time. Gosh, it is so laggy. Come on. Just, just do this. There we go. Ow. Also, have you been watching Mandela Catalog at all?
No,
No?
no, shoot, that is.
It's also analog horror, and there's a lot of things that tie into that.
Have you watched the back rooms?
I have. I wonder actually if.
You probably just do it facing the other way. If only you could do the stupid corner thing.
Yeah. Or better yet. Oh, yeah, that would work. Don't knock
Together.
on the door. I really hate when people knock on my door. Now, the dogs are going crazy. Well, the dog, not Joey's going crazy.
It's in the name.
Joey?
We all know that, Joey.
Did I do it like this? Honestly, don't remember. Built that.
Yes.
Oh. Placing a dirt block is too much for the server.
You were fine, and then your hubris kicked in.
That's always how it goes. Joey, shut up, dude. Nobody cares. Petro doesn't even care. Joey, why did your voice get louder? Did you get out? I don't care. Not my dog. Not my circus, not my monkeys, not my circus, not my monkeys.
It is your clown, though.
One block here. Oh, I think it got covered. I wasn't sure if it was going to show, so I didn't strip it. Joey. Let's see how much of a barn it looks like right now. Ah, yes, very season 2 of The Walking Dead. All right.
I think the roof of the tower.
Oh, right. I was going to have that hang over. Why did I not?
I think if you make it more like tall and pointy, like a castle.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a spire or a witch's.
Yeah.
Yeah. In case anyone's wondering, no, he doesn't shut up. He'll go like that.
I mean, some people call it conversation, but
Joey, I'm working here, dude. Can you shut up?
hard at work.
This is a small problem. Is a lot of these have already been
You're on the edge.
of glory.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and say not glory. And I've taken a dog.
Put black ship in a
Dumbass.
bottle. I wouldn't even have to build my own. And made like a base down there.
Yeah.
That'd be cute. I don't know why I said cute like that. I'm not going for cute.
I'm going for fat ass.
I was literally just gonna say that. Oops. Really? You'll know it when you.
Yeah, I just
At first, I thought I was lagging and I was actually falling.
way to go. Blame it on the lag, like all good streamers do.
No, at first I actually thought I was like dying. You know how well you're English.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know how your life flashes before your eyes?
Oh yeah.
It's not lava I shouldn't be trusted around. It's heights.
It's literally anything.
I do have
You
to.
probably should strip that log though, because you can see it from the inside.
Yeah. Well, if it doesn't need to be there, I was gonna mine it, but I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't fit. I think I'm just gonna mine it when I get the chance later.
It's also kind of giving I don't know if I'm thinking of the right thing, but do you know like the old Minecraft maps that are like the Simpsons house or the Family Guy house?
Yes.
That's kind of what it just feels like I'm playing one of those maps. Not like in a I'm not like saying your house looks like a Simpsons house. I'm saying that it gives the vibe of I'm playing Minecraft in 2012 and someone just uploaded Family Guy full with furniture map.
Yes. Time to add more lighthouse stripes.
Yay!
Oh my god. Have you seen the new iCarly reboot?
Nope.
I have not, but my
I've seen
parents
clips
have.
from it.
Hmm?
I've seen clips of it. Just whatever comes across my Instagram feed.
I have not seen it, but my parents watched some of it because they, I don't even know. I don't know if it was because they thought I'd be interested in it, but I just haven't had the chance to watch it. Plus, it was also like a free or part of one of the mm. I never got that block of quartz back.
Hmm.
I don't know where that block. I'm sad. But ooh, this might mess with your roof. I'm sorry. Actually,
My hard-earned roof.
the connection doesn't look half bad. Can't really tell either. Not like
Yeah, it's
this is
only half a
being
block.
immortalized in any sense of the manner of when I put it on the internet. I just thought that my I didn't do that. My stupidity is now going to be immortalized.
Yeah, way to go. You know, nothing or
I do know nothing. That is a fair point.
nothing. It's like can be deleted from the internet, or like everything stays. I don't know what the phrase is.
I don't know what you're trying to say, so.
I'll just leave it there.
Okay. Uh, you saw me shifting, right?
Yes, I do.
Also, proof that I'm lagging. You saw how long it took me to take damage.
Yeah, I want you to see that with my own two eyes.
Bippity boppity boo. Where did that? I still don't. That was my fault. That one was on me. Ooh. There's an angry man in my house.
He's robbing you. It's breaking and entering.
Oh, I just got stuck on a block. I just got stuck on a block. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Here. Come get me, bastard. Walk closer. There you go. You literally have the advantage. Also,
Of
that
walking away.
yeah, I was gonna say, that also might have been my last totem.
You don't have game sound on.
No,
Interesting.
never play with game sound.
I don't know how I'm just now realizing it.
Oh, my armor.
Your feet are naked. On
Hurts.
silent.
You can't hear my mouse clicking. I forgot I changed that in the settings. To me, it's very loud. Kind of forget
Yeah.
that's.
So those few seconds when you were crafting, it was just silence and the occasional of you breathing.
I do apologize. Still didn't get quartz. It's the whole reason I came down here. Ba-dum-bum.
I miss marching band.
Me
Well,
too.
I miss band.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I miss playing with other people. I don't necessarily miss everything that
Yeah.
band entailed.